The driver put on a mask and quickly pulled out a bottle of liquid. The girl in the passenger seat was too terrified to move. She didn't dare make a sound. Just as she was about to quietly open the car door, the man put the mask back on, ignoring the girl's tearful eyes. He knocked her out cold. When the girl woke up, she found herself locked in a sealed room. Her two companions were trembling all over, as if they had been through something horrifying. Sure enough, seconds later, the bald man pushed open the door. He brought in a chair and wiped it clean with a handkerchief. Then he looked over the three of them. He picked the sexiest one, the brunette.
Maybe a minute.
The brunette broke free and ran back to her friends. Casey quickly whispered a warning. She had to pee on herself. The bald man picked up the brunette and dragged her into the next room. But seconds later, a scream came from inside. Then the bald man opened the door and tossed the brunette aside in disgust. Turns out she actually did what Casey said. She had soaked her pants. Following Casey's advice saved the brunette's life. A little while later, the three of them spotted a woman outside through the crack in the door. Thinking they finally had a chance, they screamed for help. But when the door opened, it was still the same man. Only now he was dressed like a woman and spoke in a softer voice. The girls were stunned. They had no idea what game this guy was playing. The next day, they saw the man again. This time he was wearing children's clothes, sitting by the door. That's when it finally hit Casey. This man had multiple personalities. What they didn't know was that he had 23 different personalities. Every time he switched to a new one, his physical abilities and mindset would change accordingly. This child personality seemed innocent and harmless, acting timid and weak. Casey knew this was her chance. She tricked the boy by saying the germaphobe personality was going to eat him. The child personality burst into tears. Casey quickly seized the moment and tried to convince the little boy to help them escape. But the child seemed terrified of the germaphobe personality, so he turned and ran out. Still, it wasn't a total loss. Casey learned from the boy that this room had just been built, which meant it might not be completely secure. The three of them frantically started knocking on the walls. Finally, they heard a hollow sound from the ceiling. The blonde grabbed her high heel and started hammering upward. Before long, she broke through. But then Casey noticed the boy had come back. The brunette and Casey rushed to block the door with their bodies. The boy pushed hard against it. Meanwhile, the blonde finally broke through the ceiling. She pulled herself up into the vent with all her strength. Suddenly, everything went quiet outside the door. Then, with tremendous force, the door was shoved open from the outside. The little boy had switched into the germaphobe personality. Luckily, the blonde had already escaped. But after climbing out of the vent, she found herself facing a row of lockers, with the germaphobe right behind her. She had no choice but to hide inside one, holding her breath, trying not to make a sound.
I thought I lost you. Would you step outside, please?